Okay, our correspondent Doris there talking to us about how, as she said, some people prayed themselves that they do the 31st of December into the New Year. So they prayed themselves into a new Nigeria.
You know, I'm just kind of wondering. I don't know if Doris is still on the line from London. One wonders, that prayer that they offered, could it have been based on maybe they didn't have as much information concerning the readiness of INEC, or they saw some things that warranted those prayers, irrespective of preparations by INEC?
I think we should put that question to Mr. Udoma, who came in from the U.S. to monitor these elections. Mr. Udoma, you came in to monitor these elections from the U.S. And as you said, the last time we were here was, I think, in '93 or thereabout. You were not here in 1999. So, but our correspondent in London reports that Nigerians there prayed themselves into today's election, while some others just put together a situation room to monitor what's happening through phone calls and all of that, and online media. But what do you think of this mode of, should I say, monitoring elections from Nigerians in diaspora?
You know, it's amazing that Nigerians in the U.S. seem to have more knowledge about what's going on a daily basis in Nigeria than many people in Nigeria. They pay particular attention, and now with the internet, instant information is available all over the world, and they keep abreast of what's going on. Unfortunately, they cannot vote, but they take a very keen interest in what is going on every day in Nigeria.
What kind of impression did you get prior to coming to Nigeria to monitor the elections?
Well, you know, actually, I knew more when I was out of the country than since I've been here. It is much more difficult to gain and get information here than in the United States. In the United States, I can just spend time on my computer, and I have all the information at my fingertips. And communication is a big part of it. And the fact that we don't have instant communication, the internet is not always available, and most of it is accessible through mobile devices, is a big drawback. And as the telecommunications industry evolves and we get more connected, I feel Nigerians will be much better off, because we'll be able to know more about what is going on in the country. Right now, people abroad actually seem to know more about what is happening in Nigeria than Nigerians themselves.
Well, Ebong, now you have an idea of what journalists go through here with getting information.
Absolutely. I was amazed. I'll tell you, I start my day looking at the Associated Press daybook to tell me what's going on. There is no daybook here. Unless you're told, someone tells you that something is actually happening, you don't know. There's no central place where you can go and have this information at your fingertips and decide what you're going to do to cover, what you're going to cover that day.
Well, the kind of impression you had before coming here, on getting here, did you see something different in terms of preparations for the elections and how ready we and the Commission is?
Well, as I was saying earlier, I started monitoring this after the postponement, and it was amazing to see that they were still distributing permanent voter cards well after that. And I believe the 22nd was the last day for distribution of permanent voter cards.
Yeah.
And that is well after the original February 14th election date. And that was absolutely amazing to me.
But in terms of the readiness of the Commission, remember, this was rescheduled, the 6 weeks, which you said that's when you started monitoring it. So at that time, if the election had held in February 14 and then it didn't hold, it held today, it's holding today.
Well, they're better prepared today, I must say, than they would have been on the 14th. How much better prepared, I think it's still an assessment that has to be done. The election process is still ongoing. It's been extended in many places. So I think before I could make any determination as to how well this has gone, I think the election process itself has to be over.
Okay, we'll come back to you in just a moment. But